into how we use the sweep function. So for the sweep function, basically what that does is it will take a profile, which is like a 2D shape, your circles, your squares, rectangles, whatever, and extrude it along a path, which can be curved, straight, anything like that. So it's a little different than just the basic extrusion because it's not going to be straight. So for this case, I'm going to make kind of like a tubing pipe thing. So we need two sketches. So the first sketch, I'm going to go here on my XZ plane. And I'm going to just make a circle. Okay, it's like a pipe, a tube. And if you wanted to, you could make it hollowed out, whatever you need to do here for the video. We're just going to go through with the circle. So that's our first one. Now the key thing here is we kind of want to know where we want it to follow the path. So for the circle, I'm going off of this center point. So when I do my next sketch, I need to make sure, A, it is not on the same plane because it needs to go somewhere. And B, it's going to go on the center. So in this case, it doesn't really matter which one, the Y or the Z or the XY. They're, in our case, it's the same. So I'm going to just come with a line. I'm going to start at the center point, and I'm just going to bring it up. And like you see here, we can just go this way and that way. All right. So that would be our path. If you want, which I'm going to do, I'm just going to fill it this just so it's got a little bit smoother look. It doesn't make a difference. It'll work either way. So we have that finished. All right, so now we have our profile, which is the circle, and we have that path we want it to follow, which is this kind of the line. So now when we go to the sweep, most of the time it'll probably recognize your profile. If not, you might have to give it to it. In this case, again, we're looking for the select the curve or edge. So it has that red arrow, which means it needs an input. It's got the blue line in this case, which is saying, hey, it's what it's looking for. So we're going to come up here, and we're going to click on that. Now you can kind of see it didn't work. So sometimes in the orientation, we just have to click follow the path. And it will have that 3D preview here. And we can just click OK. And there we go. All right. So if you wanted to adjust it, you can adjust and change this thickness of the circle. If you needed it thinner, you could go in and then make it just a kind of the border on there and do whatever you need to do. But that is your basic force sweep.